This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Friday, November the 13th, 2015, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story this morning, embattled Christchurch West opposition Barbados Labour Party MP Dr. Maria Agard has been summoned before the party's highest body to answer a series of disciplinary charges. The National Council has agreed that Dr. Agard be invited before it to defend the charges against her. The charges are being brought under Rule 81 of the party's constitution following a meeting last night. Dr. Agard will also be required to show why she should not be disciplined. The matter stems from a dispute between Dr. Agard and the Constituency Council and her refusal to work with the newly elected executive body. A special meeting of the council will be arranged accordingly to facilitate this hearing. The BLP says there will be no further comment from the party on this case until it has been resolved by the party's National Council pursuant to the party's constitution. A court ruling is expected today in the Banks Holdings Limited sales saga. After 2 days of lengthy deliberations, Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson is expected to hand down his decision on the temporary injunction halting the sale of BHL. The injunction was brought by Trinidad-based conglomerate Ansa Macal against the Brazilian beverages giant Ambev, which is seeking total control of the local drinks company. Last evening, the concerned BHL shareholder group served notice that they are watching and waiting as the high-powered legal teams battle out before the Chief Justice. They declared that the legal challenge brought by the Ansa Macal was in their best interest. Members reiterated their displeasure with the BHL board for not disclosing the controversial exit clause in the 2010 loan agreement under which the BHL had benefited from a $56 million loan for the construction of its new brewery at Newton Christchurch. In other news now, a 16-year-old schoolboy is on remand after appearing in court yesterday on a charge of wounding with intent. Police say that Terrell Rogers of Station Hill, St. Michael, who will reappear in court on November the 19th, was involved in an altercation with another male student at Trent St. Lucie when the student was allegedly stabbed with a knife. He was taken to hospital by ambulance and up to last night was in serious condition. The mother of the local dentist who was detained at Miami International Airport on Monday after his carry-on luggage triggered a security threat says the treatment was not fair to her son. The source of the security scare was nothing but a dental detachable cable tubing used to clean teeth. Dr. Anthony McCaskey said he was returning home after having completed an orthodontic course. His mother, Alva McCaskey, told Barbados Today she feels very badly about the situation. In response to a request for a comment, a spokesman at the U.S. Embassy here said Embassy Bridgetown does not comment on matters occurring at Miami International Airport. The U.S. Embassy has referred Barbados Today to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection at Miami International Airport.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow
Welcome back with news from the region now. The police in Trinidad say they have made major headway in a number of investigations that have grabbed news headlines within the last 2 years. Among them, the so-called plant-like substance found at the Philippine home of former Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar.
In mid-June, revelations of a plant-like substance being found at the Philippine residence of then Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar in 2013 dominated headlines. Today, DCP Glenn Hackett revealed some encouraging developments about the case, optimistic that it will be wrapped up by month's end.
Ainsley Garrick has informed me that he has only recently received statement from 2 key persons through their attorneys with respect to this matter.
TV6 News contacted Mrs. Persad-Bissessar, now opposition leader, to inquire if she was one of the key persons who submitted a statement. She confirmed that she had in fact done so through her attorney.
In more regional news, an ongoing industrial dispute in St. Lucia is impeding operations at the water and sewage company WASCO, despite dialogue with WASCO's management and the bargaining agent for the disgruntled employees, the National Workers Union. The impasse has halted infrastructure repair works. We hear more in this HTS News Force report.
WASCO employees, including maintenance workers, have downed their tools in protest over stalled negotiations.
WASCO currently has a form of industrial action taken by some of its employees. WASCO and the union representing those employees, which is the National Workers Union, we have been in meetings and discussions on the issues with the view of trying to resolve the matters that are on the table and that have caused the industrial action. As we speak, this is ongoing.
Despite affecting contingency plans, the strike has thrown a wrench in operations. Infrastructural repair works, management concedes, have been delayed.
What WASCO has done as a company is that WASCO has put measures in place to ensure that it can respond to issues that may come up in its distribution system, meaning pipelines and so on, because the issue we have with respect to our staff are the staff that are actually involved in the maintenance, repairs of the pipelines and so on. So we have some measures in place where we are responding to leaks and so on as they show up. But you know, whenever you have industrial action, you are never functioning at your optimum.
On the international scene, dozens of people have been killed and more than 180 wounded in 2 suicide bomb attacks in a residential area of the Lebanese capital Beirut. The bombers blew themselves up in a busy street in the southern suburb of Bourgeois al-Barajneh, a stronghold of the Shia Islamist Hezbollah. The Sunni jihadist group Islamic State, or ISIS, claimed responsibility. We have a report from the BBC.
After these 2 suicide bombers, the Lebanese authorities are saying that the number of people killed have reached almost 40, with more than 180 injured. This is according to the Lebanese Red Cross. The 2 suicide attacks took place near a Shiite mosque as people were leaving after prayer. And this area, Burj al-Barajneh area, is highly condensed with population there. And as you rightly said, it's a Hezbollah stronghold. Most likely people believe here that this is a setback or a reaction towards the war in Syria, but it's also a big security break, because this area should be completely sealed and controlled by Hezbollah. So for these attacks to take place, it's really risky for this area.
And finally, this sad human tale out of Mexico. A survivor of human trafficking named Carla Jacinto has gone public to tell her tragic story of how she was raped 43,200 times after falling into the hands of human traffickers. She says up to 30 men a day, 7 days a week, for the best part of 4 years, raped her. Her story highlights the brutal realities of human trafficking in Mexico and the United States, an underworld that has destroyed the lives of tens of thousands of Mexican girls like Carla.
Carla says she was forced to prostitute for 4 years with never a day off. She says her pimp trafficked her across Mexico demanding she see at least 30 customers a day and keep a daily log of clients. By age 16, Carla calculates she was raped more than 43,200 times.
There were men that would go just to laugh at me. They laughed when I cried.
Imagine in the mind of a 12 years old who is raped. If she cried, he will hit her worse. If she didn't cry, he will hit her again.
Rosy Orozco is a victim's advocate. The former Mexican senator says it's the powerful who allow trafficking to continue.
She had clients that were judges, priests, pastors, police. So she knew that she could not run away to go to the authorities.
And on that disturbing note, we end our Barbados Today morning news update. However, you can join us again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Flow TV and to Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.